Hi everyone! So, after looking into the topic that I wanted to cover for my feature, I came across a really intriguing study led by an ecologist at the University of Wyoming. Basically, he and a bunch of other researchers compiled different studies on the migration habits of a bunch of different animals, and found that those that were endemic or showed the most habitat fidelity, meaning they tended to stick to very few, very specific geographic locations, were at risk of being especially affected by climate change and habitat destruction, since they, historically, couldn't instinctually move on to new environments once their old ones were no longer beneficial. So, I looked into the topic a little bit more, and it turns out that the conservation of animals with few habitats, or even just one, like the Vancouver Island marmot, Canada's most endangered mammal, is going to need to be especially strict to make a difference, requiring us to focus on preserving very specific plots of environment as opposed to the ones that benefit our interests. In this article, I want to use conservation recommendations surrounding the marmot to answer the following question. Is it possible to conserve the environments of these habitat-loyal animals amid the Anthropocene, while also balancing human business interests? And if so, how do we go about it? It turns out this is a pretty important question to answer, considering only 10% of Canada's endemic species are considered secure, which obviously doesn't bode well for the ecological chain. I'm hoping to include the voices of researchers of endemic or habitat-loyal species, conservation experts, and developers and major industrial polluters. Using the marmot as an example, I'm planning for the article to be structured around what habitat-loyal/endemic species are, why they're at risk, especially amid climate change and habitat destruction, what needs to be done to conserve these species, focusing on their habitats, how and whether these demands can be made reasonable enough to be followed, and if not, where we go from here. Thank you very much for your time, and I look forward to hearing your feedback.